Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, guys. Let's take a look at Bitcoin market as usual on Mondays. Well, situation on Bitcoin stands positive mostly, at least in the short-term perspective. But still, the background, the foundation of this action, it's a bit fragile. So, as you know, we have estimated in our fundamental analysis for the April that we have prepared on the Bitcoin market. It shows great relation to the stock market. I mean, the correlation. So, and since the pandemic has started, the correlation level stands more than 80%. So, other words speaking, the Bitcoin market moves in the same way as the stock market. And today, for example, the stock market's opened with a gap up, but the concern is rising among the investors on the too fast recovery of stock market. So, all analysts, economists tell that it seems that stock market is lost the touch to reality. And this has happened mostly because of the big money printing. This money just been set on the stock market that push price higher, but this price of the stocks has no foundation from the fundamental analysis. I mean, the results of the companies itself, earnings and so on. It could be either inflationary growth, just because the money too much, and this just leads to inflation growth without any relation to the companies. It also might be. But in general, we see no improvement yet in the real economy, global economy, but we see that stock market already has returned back mostly more than a half or even 60% of the previous drop. And some companies, such as the technical companies, mostly have played out the old drop that has been happening due to this crisis. And that really raises a lot of questions to reliability of this rally. Investors now, actually they expect the significant retracement in the stock market, big drop. Maybe not to the new lows, but at least some feasible, moderate retracement has to happen. And that put the shadow on perspective for the Bitcoin as well. Well, currently, we do not see yet the real signs of the reversal or something of that sort, although the price action on the stock market is too slow, heavy. So usually when the market turns up and starts the new rally, it behaves a bit different. But, we should keep in mind this. Also, take a look, guys, on the hash rate indicator. It starts dropping again. So once the halving has happened, consider that hash rate starts to decrease. You will see it better on the daily chart. That also will put the shadow in perspective on the immediate rally on the Bitcoin market. Currently, Bitcoin on the weekly chart hasn't shown yet the major breakout, because major breakout for us is taking out at the top of the sea level. It's approximately 1044 area. If market somehow will climb above it, it will mean two things. First of all, this BCD pattern will be destroyed because market has created the new top that is greater than the C point. Second, market will form bullish reversal swing. Yes, some pullback after that probably will happen, but appearance of the bullish reversal swing suggests the trend is changing on the Bitcoin market, because this upward rally will be greater than the previous swing down, and taken in consideration that the swing down, guys, was extremely fast and strong. So you can see very fast drop. And erasing of this drop means a lot. So that's important. But currently, guys, market still stands right at the eve of this event. Whether this will happen or not, we will see. Currently, as you can see, that the price action of this previous week and this week stands inside of the high wave pattern. It's doji. Doji is a kind of indecision. Once the major target has been hit, market just does not know what to do next, whether it's push it higher or maybe some retracement should start or something of that sort. The market stands inside of this range. So breakout of this range also will tell us probably the direction this market could follow. On on the daily intraday charts, the overall short-term picture stands mostly bullish, because on the daily, while we still see that market stands inside of this first drop reaction on our major targets, 10%, 10 even area. If you remember this A, B, C bottom, big godless triple to sell. Mostly the target of this pattern is completed because that, well, not quite, but very close to the 30% retracement has been done. And now market stands inside of this drop. It's forming this kind of the action. That could lead potentially to the breakout of this step. This could happen. Despite that trend stands bearish, but price action is moving higher. Here's the hash rate. So you can see this better on the daily. That's the drop in the hash rate has happened recently. It's not a really small drop, it's a significant decrease in the hash rate. On the hourly chart, that's the major picture that we have to keep an eye on. So why we think that through bullish breakout really could happen? First of all, because market has erased our head and shoulders pattern. I will show you on Bitcoin chart. Follow the FM chart. Recall previously that we discussed these possible head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, especially when the market has formed bearish reversal swing here. That was the first point where we have taken shorts, was retracement, but then market has broken through the 618 level, and in general market actually head and shoulders has lost its shape. So now it's not the head and shoulders anymore. And this price behavior usually suggests taking out of this step. Currently it's difficult to say definitely whether this will be major breakout, just wash and rinse of this step. But some spike up probably has to happen here. Another reason why we think that it is possible, because of the action that we see on upward ABCD pattern. So recall our XOP target. Potentially that was the level where we said it's good taking the short position, because this is currently triple to sell right in the XOP. Market has completed accurately this pattern. But take a look what has happened after that. 30% pullback has happened. Minimal target of the triple two pattern has been done, and that's all. No downward reversal, no downward continuation, upward reversal and standing in tight consolidation just below the major top. Here, as you can see, our suggestion. It's cap and the handle is forming here, so cap almost in place. You could consider it as like some kind of the hand and shoulders pattern or something of that sort, reverse hand and shoulders, but mostly now it reminds mostly the curve action. It's cap, and now we need to wait for a handle. Handle will be some retracement. I would suggest that probably will be somewhere to the 618 support, 95 area. So how to trade this setup? If you would like to take the long position, you have two ways to trade it. First of all, wait forming of the handle. Maybe this will be some ABCD pattern formed or something of that sort, but approximately it will be somewhere to 95. Taking a long position with the stops against these lows and just watch what will happen. Second approach, to use stop buy order. You have to place it in the moment when the market will start moving above this area, above this resistance. And your stop buy order should be placed not above this stop, but few bucks below this level. So somewhere 1040, 1035 before the breakout, because after the breakout you could get the acceleration, you will get the slippage on the entry, your entry order. So you have to take position on the moment where the breakout always will be obvious, but it has not happened yet. When it has not happened yet, so that's the optimal point for placing the stop buy order. You could combine two things. So, for example, you could take first position here and place also stop buy order around 1035, for example. For the bearish traders, you have to wait for the breakout and possible breakout of these lows. Because if this breakout will happen, the market start dropping, well, that will be negative sign. It really could lead to some greater A, B, C, top, D pattern somewhere below the market. So it could be deeper retracement started. That's the crucial level for a bears. Well, it's approximately our short-term setup, because as I said, well, currently it's a very important moment for not only for Bitcoin but the stocks markets as well, because everybody sits on their hands and watch whether the retracement will be. Everybody's scaring to buy stocks right now because of the probability of the retracement is rising. So it definitely will make impact on the Bitcoin as well. And the situation in Bitcoin mostly the same. That's why currently, guys, it's better to not, manage your positions, move stops to the break-even as soon as possible, and do not set too extended targets. At least for the positions where you have the stop loss not at the break-even. Well, that's our view on the Bitcoin market.